I've been looking at Arcan here. And now I've seen it, I can't unsee it, but his little bit there, let me make it bigger for you, in case you're watching this on a mobile device. Graphics? Advanced? UI scale. Make it a bit bigger for you.
Nagash commands.
In his portrait thing here at the bottom left, Arcan totally looks like he's wearing sunglasses. He looks like he's wearing a pair of aviators. Anyway. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Total War Warhammer 2, The Followers of Nagash Edition. Previously, we took the Sorcerer's Islands and Lashiak, and we've basically just trashed the Bretonnians. It's been wonderful fun. And long may it continue. Because even once we're done with the Knights of the Flame, there's more Bretonnians over here, and I think there's even more Bretonnians over on this island here as well, and it's just Bretonnians for days around this part of the world. And I want to go kick their asses. It's awfully tempting to go grab that fell cargo, you know.
No.
We might do that, but only after we've ended the turn, because as you just heard him go, no! He can't move any further this turn.
You are not him.
I am not Nagash, it's true. I'm glad you noticed.
Black Tower. When the time is right.
Yes, when the time is right. I'm just sitting here wondering why you randomly felt the need to go, Black Tower, I think Arcan just does that. He just randomly blurts out things that make sense only to him. Right, let's end turn. Now, we may not be Nagash. Apologies for that, Arcan. But Nagash is certainly a very interesting fellow. He's part of the reason I wanted to play as the followers of Nagash in this, as opposed to the other Tomb Kings. Because Nagash is just one of the coolest characters in Warhammer Fantasy. He really is. I think he's awesome. He's a fantastic villain. Basically, if you're not really that familiar with Warhammer Fantasy, perhaps you've watched the Mummy movies. Also, these pirates have decided they hate us and we're going to have to fight them now. Oh my goodness me. Alright, we'll have to go back into the explanation of who Nagash is later, apparently, because... What? I'm sorry, what?
Silence them. A sacrifice to Nagash.
I don't know about that, Arcan, matey. I think we may have to run away. Bloody pirates, man. They just ruin everything. Yeah, so these dwarf pirates have just decided that we need to die. Because they're gids. They've got organ guns. They've got thunderers. They've got iron drakes. They've got longbeards, slayers, more slayers, giant slayers, hammerers, more iron breakers. Run away. Not on a boat. That's what they want you to do. They're just going to trash my settlement, aren't they? Oh, maybe not, actually. Mission successful. We issued a commandment. Very good. Okay, I guess I'm not going for that loot.
Let them see your true power, Lich Lord. Extinguish them.
Yes, we're going to go deal with the Knights of the Flame. That's the plan. Deal with the Knights of the Flame and run away from the pirates. They disappeared. The Wizard Caliph's palace. The populace in one of your settlements is gradually vanishing on certain nights. Whole ghettos or districts are left abandoned. The only clue for the remaining denizens is a triangular symbol daubed on a nearby gate or wall. Negative growth. That's very annoying. Skaven. That's what that is. That's Skaven.
All shall fear.
Right, well...
Don't think so.
No, neither do I, to be honest. I guess I'm not having that fell cargo.
Servant of Nagash.
Shark Straits. Terrain Reef. How do I get back onto dry land? Damn your eyes.
A dead sea.
Full speed. Get me back on the... Oh, here we go.
Set sail.
I don't... If they're going to destroy and pillage the Sorcerer's Islands, I don't really know what they're going to do there, but they're welcome to do it. I don't really care, honestly. We have unassigned skill points. Prince Berect. My dude. Right. Do we want another rank of Canopic Jar Hoarder? Maybe. Do we want to give him a skeletal steed? Maybe. Indomitable Will, maybe. Heir of the Chariot King. How about... That's a nice ability. How about another rank of Canopic Jar Hoarder? I still don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm doing it.
My master will return.
Alright, cool. Well, we're replenishing our dudes, which is at least nice. Stupid dwarf pirates. I hate dwarves in this game. I mean, I like dwarves in general in fantasy. They're one of my favorite kind of fantasy tropes, the dwarves. They're great. They're fantastic. I love playing a bit of Dwarf Fortress from time to time. When I'm given the option in an RPG, I like to play as a dwarf. But in Warhammer, in total Warhammer, the dwarves drive me nuts. And it's mostly because, as I said, the first time I ever played this game, I played as the Greenskins, which means you start off next to the dwarves, and the dwarves are uniquely qualified for beating the crap out of Greenskins early in the campaign. So it was a painful experience. And, you know, at this point I have my own book of grudges, and the dwarfs are in it. For now, we're just going to end the turn and see what they do. Because my army's nowhere near equipped to take on that nonsense. Flamethrowers and slayers and... Just no. Just no. No way. Forget it. Unless I've got like a Sphinx or two. Bunch of chariots, I don't know. Anything that's better than what I currently have. Where are they off to now? I don't know. These pirate guys are a relatively new addition to the game. I haven't really played this game much since all the pirate shenanigans were added to it. So, the way they function and what they do and what their behavior is like is a mystery to me. It really, truly is. Let's go walk straight to the edge of our own territory here. Because we will strike forth to take Kafir, but I just want to...
Make way, fool.
There we go. I just want to wait until we've replenished our dudes ever so slightly. We also have settlement upgrades available. Last year, because a building slot available. Nice. Let's go with something that improves growth. This one here, the mortuary house. That'll do. I'm just checking. It's interesting we got that Skaven-related event, but there's no Skaven corruption here. I guess it's not tied to Skaven corruption. Maybe it's just totally random. And we can upgrade this place as well. Sure. More growth, so yeah, let's do it. How's the public order as well? It is increasing as well. Good. Public order is up. Lovely jubbly. Now, while we're busy clowning around in the north here, it is worth pointing out that something could probably appear out of the fog of war down here and ruin our day. Although having said that, the Caliph's palace here is pretty well defended. It has a fairly good garrison, I think. Okay, never mind, actually. It doesn't have a very good garrison. I think I was confusing it with Khemri. Whatever. Very soon, 3 turns in fact, we should be able to recruit a brand new army, which will coincide very nicely with us having expanded a little bit here. There's me talking an awful lot about how we don't need to expand very much as the Tomb Kings, and yet I seem to be expanding just fine. which is interesting. And swiggity swooty, I'm a coming for that booty over here. That the shit that comes out of my mouth. I'm coming for that Book of Nagash sooner or later, which currently is controlled by the dwarves. Damn their eyes. I will put them to I was going to say to the sword, but I don't really have any sword guys in my army. But I shall put them to the spear. Yes. Intes, you can level up. Increase mobility. Ooh, that's not bad, you know. I might do that. Yeah. Anything to make Arcane march a little bit further in a turn is good. Anything available in here for us to do? Ah, we could awaken the flock of Dwarf, which is a unit of carrion, which are effectively... They're flying war beasts. They are giant vultures. They are giant, possibly zombie vultures. They're not actually very good. They're really not actually very good at all. I don't think I'm going to waste my canopic jars on it. I'm going to save them up for something else. We really need access to a lot more trade resources and things, don't we?
As parched as my bones.
Parched as my bones. End turn. Anyway, so Nagash. If you ever watched the Mummy movies, not the awful. Well, not awful. I don't know what. I haven't actually watched the rebooted Mummy to really comment on it. I heard it's not very good though. But the original ones, the ones with Brendan Fraser in them. If you watch those, think about Imhotep in there, undead fella, who's kind of a necromancer-y type dude, who his fellow ancient Egyptians did not like very much. If you imagine him, you're on the kind of the right track with Nagash. His peers also did not like him very much. He's an evil necromancer who will eventually come back one day and kind of end the world, basically. There were two big arch villains in Warhammer Fantasy. There were two of them. One was Nagash, and one was Archaon, the Everchosen, who he lives up in the north here somewhere in the Chaos Wastes. And for a long time in Warhammer Fantasy, it was really kind of a question of which of the two of them was going to get to have the privilege of ending the world. As it turned out, it was Archaon who got that privilege, but Nagash gave it a real good try. Several times, actually, really.
For Nagash. Death and destruction.
But nevertheless... Do you have any cavalry? No, it's just you and a bunch of crap Bretonnian infantry again. Very good.
Harvest their souls.
Well, quick save just to be on the safe side. But yes, Nagash nevertheless is a pretty awesome villain, and he is still around in Age of Sigmar because he's a god now in Age of Sigmar. Nagash went from being just some dude to a wizard to a lich to an incredibly powerful lich, I guess, to a god of death. He's just, he's a deity now. And if that's not, a motivational tale, I don't know what is. And he did it off his own back too, don't you know? He didn't cheat like that Archaon fellow with by gaining the favor of cosmic entities in the form of the Chaos Gods. No. Nagash I studied a lot of books, I guess. They say a mind needs books like a sword needs a whetstone, and Nagash read a lot of books. Some very evil books, admittedly. Wrote a few of his own, in fact. The whole point of this campaign is actually go find some of them, after all. Okay, oh, goodness me, look, it's yet another identical Bretonnian city in the desert. Who would have thought it? I won't belabor the point. You guys already know how I feel about the repeating maps in this game. Right. Let's put the slightly more replenished unit of Crypt Ghouls on that side this time, and the smaller unit on that side. Skeleton Archers. Casket of Souls. Archon goes there. Necrotech goes there. What is his name again? Intes, yeah. Intes goes there. Berect goes on this side. And, dogs, bats, scorpions, oh my. Let's go. Round 3. I really want to make the UI a bit smaller again, because I don't like the screen being so cluttered. But I'm going to leave it larger for the sake of you folks watching on mobile. I didn't actually tell it to do that, but that was awesome. Let's... What should you be shooting right now? You should be shooting the archers. So keep doing that. What if they'll start running away with another hit like that? Yes, actually. Oh, wow. Bretonian morale for you. There you go. It's even worse than ours. Crikey. Better shot stooting the, start shooting the next unit of bowmen. Oh, is this going to land on 2 units at the same time? Or is... No, you're still shooting them for some stupid reason. Why? Why you... Whoa, 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 whoa. Misclick. Misclicks for days. Where's my Tomb Scorpion at? You're gonna go kill Mogan here. Mogan again? I thought we killed you. Get him! Mogan versus Scorpion. Round 2. Electric Boogaloo. How are our archers doing? What you guys shooting at right now? Anything and everything, really, aren't you? How about you shoot them coming up on our flank there? Bats, you can go attack them. Okay, Archer's doing a fine job there. Ooh, charge, counter charge. I can give us a boost here. The old chum, thank you. Anyone with morale lagging slightly? You guys. Kaboom, fire that. Now you can target them. And so can the archers. Target that big blob there. Tomb Scorpion, you just keep doing your thing, man. You're doing a great job. In fact, actually, no. Go after Mogans again. Mogans? Mogan? Whatever your name is. It's a silly bloody name anyway. Doggies. Yep, kill those archers for me. Well done, doggies. I shall have many treats after this battle is over. Look at all that goo.
Not a servant.
Oh, let's do Spirit Leech on Mogan. I don't know why I wasn't doing that sooner. And Aspect of the Dread Knight on you. Also, let's heal you. And, I mean, honestly, you could get stuck in. Go fight. Mr. Necrotect. You as well, Tomb Prince. I mean, they're already kind of running away as it is, but hey, you know, at least make the attempt to look as if you're making yourself useful. Alright. How many of our own guys are we hitting doing this? A few of them, but actually our archers are surprisingly accurate considering they have no eyes. What are the bats doing? You're just mopping up over there. Good, they're running away. Put some arrows into this blob. Put some spooky green spirit stuff into that blob as well, and wow, that was brutal. You guys get ready to counter-charge. Tomb Prince, do your thing. Where's this Tomb Scorpion? Heal my Scorpion, please. There's Mogan. Mogan's still not dead. He's bullying my bloody dogs. Leave my dogs alone. That's alright. Now you can go get him. Release the hounds! This is one of my favourite things to do in this game. When the enemy's running away, you just sick the hounds on them. Chaos get hounds as well. I recently played a Chaos campaign on my Twitch channel. There was lots of unleashing the hounds on people in that as well. Oh god, the Scorpion's coming for him too. Here we go. He's not long for this world. I mean, his whole faction is now effectively dead. All I have to do is hit the end battle button, but you know. I kind of want to see him die. I'm just morbid like that. Can I say I'm a follower of Nagash? Shame we can't raise him as a skeletal servant once we're done with him. You guys are actually going to kill him, right? You're taking your sweet time about it. Or has it gone all glitchy again? It's gone all glitchy again. I think he's actually dead. It's just not really... Oh no, there he goes. There he goes. He finally shuffled off the mortal coil. R.I.P. Mogan. Alright. And you lot, well, feel free to run off into the desert and disband, because your faction is destroyed. It is no more.
Victory is assured.
Lovely. That's a lot of loot. Rank gained. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's what we want to see more than anything else, really. Occupy Sag Race. Occupy. Mission successful. The Knights of the Flame have been extinguished. Hardy, hardy, ha. Give us some more money in canopic jars for that. Knights of the Flame are gone. And we've encountered Thegan's Errantry, which is this additional faction here. What are our relations with them, out of curiosity? Not very positive, it must be said.
These lands are ours by the right granted from the Lady of the Lake. What do you want?
I would settle for a non-aggression pact with them. I would settle for that. I have no real interest in going that way right now. I don't think I do anyway. Where are the books at? Where are my books of Nagash at? See, there's one here at Vulture Mountain, and then beyond that, we got to go traveling overseas, because there's another one there, here in Ulthuan, which is this big old continent here with the big vortex there. The vortex for which the Vortex campaign is actually named, because the original factions in it, they have a whole other quest involving this vortex. We don't really give a damn about that, though, ourselves as the Tomb Kings. We're off looking for books of Nagash. There's one down here. So we definitely want to be going south. What is that? What's this glowy stuff? We don't know. We don't know. And even further south, right at the southern tip of this place. I say this place is because I can't remember what the name of this continent is. And over here... And with one already, we just need 4 more. So really, we could just go grab these 3 down here, and then quickly pop over to Ulthwan to grab that. And we'd be good. We wouldn't have to go all the way over to here to Lustria, for example. Or, comically enough, all the way up here to get the 5th book of Nagash. Which is over here, although, annoyingly, that's one of the better ones, because it gives you +1 army capacity. And more unit capacity for Tomb Guard. So that's kind of a shame, actually, because that's like the best book, I think. And it's all the way up there. How annoying. Oh well. As I said, it's randomly determined which books end up where. So that's it. That's infuriating. I'm an angry lich now. I mean, it'd be great to get stupid lucky and have the 9th book. Or sorry, is it the 9th book? No, it's not the 9th book. It's the whatever that book is up there. To have that one here at Vulture Mountain at the start of the game, God, it's like you hit the jackpot with that, really. But alas. Either way, I don't need to fight you lot right now. So, they probably won't accept this, but I will give it a go.
Bow before the rightful
Non-aggression
lords of this
pact.
land and... It is done.
They have accepted it. Alright, cool. What is their... They're defensive, and they're reliable. They're more concerned with maintaining borders and expanding them. Conquest is not their business. And reliable, what is agreed is set in stone. It is highly unlikely that this one will break a treaty or go back on an agreement. So these guys are really the ideal buffer zone between us and the stuff over here. For example, this faction, these dudes, what are they called? No, they're not actually listed on my thing here, but these guys, what are they called? I don't know what they're called, but I know for a fact that this faction this is another Bretonnian knightly faction. These guys are psychopaths. They will attack everyone and everything in sight. So having a buffer between us and them is pretty nice, because I don't think they'll attack this lot. I don't think they'll attack their fellow Bretonnians over here. They'll be far too busy bullying Cetra and the orcs and stuff that live over here, I think. But anyway... That leaves me free to go exploring off down in this direction, at least. That's the idea, anyway. So anyway, let's level some stuff up. Right, we're going to keep proceeding down this line in order to get all the way to Resurrect. So what do we fancy right now? Arrows of Asaph. More ammunition for our archers. Sun-scorched bones. Elite cavalrymen, master charioteers, revered stonemasonry, stone sentinels. I'm gonna give more ammunition for our archers. That seems like something I can immediately benefit from. 2 more turns, we can get another army, which should be nice. And we should soon think about making a move against these dwarves. Really? What are they called? Greybeard's Prospectors. Yeah. I'd like you to die. That'd be great. I don't know what their garrison is right now, although Vulture Mountain's garrison is pretty large, whatever they've got there. And the dwarves have very good infantry, and they're very good in defense in particular, which is going to make assaulting them in their mountain here painful. It's going to make it painful, basically. Because Vulture Mountain's got walls, which means it would be a proper siege battle. And we do have the Casket of Souls, which helps. We do have the Tomb Scorpion, which will probably be able to break down the gate by itself. But it would probably still be annoyingly costly. And I'd probably want a second army before I felt really comfortable doing it. Which Means, basically, we're going to be doing a bit of waiting around, sitting on our bums, doing not a bloody lot for a while. Could do this great incantation of Patrai. Unique Necrotect hero, capable of colonizing ruins at level 3. I mean, not necessarily the worst idea right now, because there's some ruins right there. Instantly colonize those at level 3, which is higher than what the Caliph's bloody palace currently is. Against what might be my better judgment, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna send him down there right away. I'm gonna send old Arkin down there first. But, because you never know when there might be Skaven lurking underneath something like that. Ah, yeah. Sudenburg. These are Empire-type guys. These are not Petronians, these are the Empire. Some sort of Empire colony, perhaps? Or maybe these guys are pirates. I don't know. But, they're Empire guys. And we'll probably have to fight them sooner than later. But anyway, yeah, now we've done our initial bit of expansion. Things are going to get slow for a while, I think. Things shall get slow now. Deegan's errantry. Okay, what are you doing, dude? It's just a hero. It's not an army, but still. Very much like to know what you're doing. Of course, there's also the chance that some random pirates will bloody turn up and be annoying. Because that's what pirates do. They just be annoying. Yeah, off you toddle. Very good. You have a hero that's not moved. That would be in Arthur here. I ignore the critics. The Necrotects have some funny dialogue lines for some reason in this game. I don't really know why. Sometimes you click on them and they're like, I am just a struggling artist. Here's the Elven Ruins. There's also the Death's Head monoliths down here. Suitable climate, good. They've got marble as well. This place is an elven colony. It's the site of an ancient elf colony. High elf colony, that is. It increases income from ports. This may provide a unique building chain. Interesting. Also, there's a mysterious island or a fell cargo or something over there. And also a whirlpool? A maelstrom. Fleets will suffer losses due to attrition when in maelstroms. Okay, good to know. End turn. One more turn and we can get another army. Our second army will not, unfortunately, have a Casket of Souls, which makes me sad. But even if I had 2 Caskets of Souls, I'd probably give them both to Arkan. However, I think I can still recruit some Crypt Ghouls for it. Although, I must admit, once I have done that, recruit some Crypt Ghouls, and I think maybe a couple of units to Dire Wolves. I don't know if I'm going to bother with the bats. I might demolish the building that allows us to recruit them, so I can replace it with something slightly more useful. On the Conqueror's eternal service, we have made a great discovery. During the course of our excavations, remains of the army that once served Al-Qadizar the Conqueror, the last and maybe the greatest of all the priest kings of Nehekara, have been unearthed. It would take but a little magic to raise them to our service. Should we do so, or give them a ritual burial in the classical Nehekaran style? Ritual burial? Ritual burial? It's not terrible buff, but I'm playing as Arcan the Black. Of course we're going to use the remains. Very good. Oh, and we've got 250 canopic jars now, which means we've completed a mission. Just gave us a big fat lump of cash.
Dynasties may be awakened if you desire it, my lord.
Yes, very good. Research dynasty technology that permits recruitment of a hero. Dynasty researched. Wisdom of the second dynasty. Hey, army capacity +1. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Recruit Lord. What do we got? Kura. Treacherous. Interesting. Don't have any more Tomb Scorpions, though, so not very useful right now. Tactician. Leadership aura size +10%. Lead characters aura leadership effect +2. And prepared. Ammunition +20%. Missile damage +5. Do you know what? I think I like that one the most. Arminonut. Distant cousin of the donut. What a weird name. Congrats. Welcome. Let us now recruit for you a ton of skeleton spearmen. Arcan the Black. Yes, this way indeed.
Protect my vision.
Protect my vision. I will try to. That's why Arcan's coming this way, mate. In the meantime, could you... El Calibad, hello. You do some exploring. Bit of scouting for us. Because scouting's very important, don't you know? Yeah, we definitely want to colonize this ruin here before these guys do. Well, what do you call it again? Sudenburg, yeah. Before Sudenburg do. Sudenburg... probably the guys we're going to go to war with after the dwarves here. I suspect. Anyway, research is now available. We have some options here. Hero capacity +1 for necrotects. Hero capacity +1 for tomb princes. And +1 for lich priests. Not a bad idea, that, actually. We could do with another lich priest. Also, the quickening. Charge bonus. Skeleton horsemen. Ammunition for skeleton archers and horseman units. Very nice. Proclamation of the Second Dynasty. Construction cost 9, -10% for cavalry, buildings, growth +10, income from post-battle. Growth +10 is nice. It's expensive though right now, that one. And then there's Rakash. Maybe I should have... Crap. Hold on. Mistakes were made. Sorry, I'm an onut. Perhaps your time shall come again. You could kindly go back to sleep, thanks. We're gonna research Rakash here and have him instead. Next turn. Whoops. I should have done that the first time around. Never mind. Free building slot. Marvelous, marvelous. And we can upgrade this. Regnant Catacombs. More growth. Excellent. Desert Lookout. Alternatively, Quicksand Swamp, which will allow us to recruit skeleton horsemen and skeleton horseman archers. There's horseman archers possibly more useful than the horsemen. There's also this Bone Shape, which will give us chariots, then archer chariots and screaming skull catapults. I don't know if chariots are any good or not. Never used them before. And there's this, which would just basically give us more public order or more income. Sport for choice a little bit here. At the end of the day, I can just demolish something if I don't fancy it and build something else instead. So you know what? Bone Shaper it is. I would like to give Chariots a try. If they're anything as good as the old Britain chariots from Rome Total War, I'm sure it'll be a good investment. But I genuinely don't know. Alright, let's end the turn. See what Sudenburg gets up to. I noticed they've got a little army there. All these factions that I've not played as yet in this game. Admittedly, most of these you can't play as without unlocking them with a mod, but I've never played as Dark Elves before, ever, or High Elves for that matter. It's part of the reason I find this game so addictive is because there's so many more things for me to experience and try out in it, man. It's such a huge game, this one. Also, Orc Pirates have declared war against us. Yeah, fine. You do that. Is that you? Are you the Orc Pirates? I'm not sure. No, you're zombie pirates. Lost Tomb, Hidden Knowledge. During the excavation of one of our Lord's tombs, a disaster occurred. Oh, good. The more we dug, the more sand poured into the breach, trapping our unfortunate workers inside and resealing the chamber. Is the loss of a few wretched labourers sufficient reason to dig elsewhere, or should we persevere here and redouble our efforts? Unearth the chamber, dig elsewhere. Do I want canopic jars? Do I want money? I think I want canopic jars because they're harder to come by. And Rakash of the Second Dynasty. Lovely jubbly, which means we can now recruit him instead of the other guy. Rakash! So much better. So much better than just a bit of extra archer ammo. My goodness. Also has an ability, The Curse. Interesting. Duration 15 seconds. Instantly affects targets in area. Enemies in range. Around self. Hit points disabled if hit points greater than 50%. Effect range 40 meters. Effects causes damage to combatants. Activates automatically when conditions are met. Strong versus multiple combatants. Weak versus single opponent. Okay. Seems like basically if it goes below 50% hit points, just enemies around him within 40 meters just get damaged by magic-y curse stuff. Cool. Anyway, Rakash. We definitely want you on the team. Have some skeletons. In the meantime, Arkan, you can toddle on down here. And Inathor, it is time for you to colonize me some ruins. Although, I don't want to colonize the ruins yet, actually. I want to search them first. Which will have to happen next turn, because Arkan can't quite get there. Also, Prince Berect leveled up. He's maxed out on Canopic Jar Hoarder, so what is that? Desert Strike. Interesting. That's quite the buff, you know. Over my dead body. I love that is a thing you can take. A lot of these are actually named after rules from the original tabletop game. Like hard to hit. I wonder if Over my dead body was a thing. Well, do you want to give you a skeletal steed? It significantly lowers your melee attack and melee defense, although it gives you more hit points and more speed, obviously. For now, let's go with Indomitable Will or Training. Indomitable Will, Training. Indomitable Will, Training. Let's make you better on the actual field of combat. And also, Intes has leveled up as well. Let's see. Should we make you a Canopic Jar Hoarder as well? Stone Shaper. Basically, you could activate that, and he could give plus 15 armor and plus 10% missile resistance to the Tomb Scorpion. It's not necessarily terrible. Or I could have another canopic jar hoarder. Wrath of the Creator. I'm gonna go with this. More jars for the jar throne. And research is available, of course it is. Right. What do we fancy? Can I get any Lich Priests as it is? I'm gonna go with possibly not. Lich Priests. No, we can't. I would like a Lich Priest, so let's research that next. Priesthood of Naru. Cost me a grand and a turn. Research a dynasty technology that permits recruitment of a... Yep, okay, good. Very nice.
Are now in place to...
Yeah, good. Let's get on that immediately, in fact. Lich Priests. Cunning, fleet-footed. Neither of these are great. There's a trait you can get, I forget what it's called, but it basically increases your global winds of magic, and it's like basically the best one. And I'd really like that instead of this. Or this. We can have... Well, those are the Death Priests. What about Light? Channeler. Nehekara. Knowledgeable. Aha! That's the one. Winds of Magic, Power Reserve, +5. Okay, and Shadows? No characters currently available. Now, alright. I would have preferred a Light or a Death one with Knowledgeable, but I guess I'll take a Nehekara one. These are the different laws of magic. This basically affects which spells the priest has access to. Nehekara is it's okay, but I like Light and Death better. But I'll take it. For Knowledgeable, I will take it. +5 Power Reserve. All armies faction-wide. That's the crucial thing. All armies faction-wide, and that stacks. So we get more priests who also have Knowledgeable. It'll keep stacking, and it's just awesome. So, Inenza!
Arise, my warriors.
Inenza, welcome. You will join this army here. Next turn, because you can't move right now. In the meantime, Rakash, let's get you more skeletons. And we can upgrade this to get archer chariots. If we want to. Don't know if I'm going to just yet. Also, I think I still intend to... Hex Wraith is what we can get at tier 3 with an Ancient Burial Mound. I can't remember if Hex Wraiths are any good, honestly. I think I still intend to demolish this. I'll get the extra Crypt Ghouls and Dire Wolves, and then demolish it, because the units won't disappear if I demolish the building that made them. That will allow us to build something else instead. Hopefully something that boosts growth. In fact, speaking of boosting growth, would it be a great idea to change this to a growth boosting thing, maybe? Worship of Petra. Our public order would start going down. But, maybe it's worth it for a while. I'll leave it alone for now. Right, Arkan. Go search these ruins for me. Rubric of the Old Ones. Throughout the world, the Old Ones left vast troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. To prevent such power falling into the wrong hands, such as Archans, they placed wards and cryptographic locks over them. As millennia have passed, these wards have weakened, but the arcane locks remain. To access the treasure, solve the puzzle. Solitude is always desired. Right, with this, I hate these puzzles. But this one, I think I know the solution to. You basically got to find the symbol that's not repeated. So, the arrow is repeated. This weird sideways mushroom is repeated. These two horns are repeated. The T thing is repeated. Sideways T thing is repeated. And this, whatever this is not repeated. So, puzzle succeeded. We gained the Ogre Blade and some money. The Ogre Blade basically gives you weapon strength plus 8%. Meh. The Ogre Blade was used by Chaos Dwarfs to tame the kingdoms amongst the mountains of Morn. How it came to the Old World is a mystery. Well, we're not actually in the Old World, but okay. At least I don't think we are. I think the Old World is specifically the not Europe continent up there. I believe. Right. Can you colonize this in the same turn? This action will kill the Necrotect. But that's fine, because this is his entire purpose. Hero activity. Colonize ruin success. Brilliant. Killed in the line of duty. Yeah. He gave his life for his dream of building a city. And look, it's all like elfish, because it's elven ruins. Weird, huh? But anyway, yeah, there you go. Level 3 town, occupied elven colony. Cool beans. It's pretty great, honestly. And now I don't know what to build. There's the ruined fleet port. We can upgrade. We can build that into a bone wharf. It's not a bad idea. It gives us growth. What else should we do? What's public order right now? It's fairly stable. Catacomb Watchers. Discoverability of Skaven Undercities plus 40. Not a bad idea. Desert Lookout. Infrastructure, Mortuary House, Charnel Plaza, Obelisk.
As parched as my bone.
I'm gonna go for Mortuary House, Bone Wharf, and I will hold off on my decision on which one of these I want to go for. Can we recruit anything here right now? We can't. So it might be useful to just even get a basic grave pit there. So we can recruit skeletons in this region. Possibly. Possibly. Thing is, if we were to get the open graves, not grave pit, we could... I mean, we wouldn't have the money to do it without, like, completing a bunch of bonus missions or something to raise the funds to do it, but theoretically, because it's a tier 3 settlement, we could get the Royal Barracks, which would give us access to Tomb Guard. And that would be our first infantry units that are actually vaguely competent, which would be kind of nice, admittedly. Of course, we could also get Hex Wraiths. Hex Wraiths. How can I check what your stats are? I don't know. Where's the damn encyclopedia? That's not it. Well, units. No. Unit. No. Whatever. I'll decide that later.
My master will return.
And by later, I actually mean next episode, because folks, that's all I got time for. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you come back for more next time, as the followers of Nagash continue to spread across the deserts in our search for the Books of Doom. There's one of them right there. So that we can get access to the Black Pyramid, and I can only assume resurrect Nagash. I don't know what else you'd use them for. Honestly. That's kind of Arkan's whole purpose, really. To resurrect Nagash, so... I can only assume that's what our end goal is here. So anyway, We have many options to consider, basically, going forward, and I'm going to have to go away and think about it. For now, though, folks, thanks for watching. Hope you'll join me next time, and I will catch you later for more Total Warhammer 2 Followers of Nagash. Got anything to say before we go, Arkan?
Open the Liber Mortis.
Okay, good. We'll open the Liber Mortis next time, mate. Cheers, everyone. Toodaloo.